Hey guys, it's Stav here, and today we're going to be doing the Marvel Rivals 7.5 tier list. I've been, kind of playing the game off stream, kind of not been. I have a good understanding of what's good, what's bad. I've been skulking around in high GM, mid to low Celestial, and this is just kind of my opinion. So please come after me. Do what you got to do to make yourself feel better, I guess. Uh, First up, we have Angela. I'm gonna throw in an A tier. She's pretty nice. Good dive, and you'll see a real um, big theme of what's good and what's not really too good. Angela's A tier because she can dive the backline really well, and she can peel. She can do everything that you want. Still a flying tank, still a menace in the sky. We all kind of know what Angela does well and what she doesn't do well. Throwing her in A tier. Captain America, I'm gonna throw him in A tier as well. The ult's really, really the only thing that's pushing him into that A tier. I think his kit is B, but his ult is S. Um, yeah, really strong in terms of that, especially in kind of this triple support dive meta that we have going on. Unfortunately, um, yeah, he's just really good. We're throwing him an A. Deadpool, I'm gonna throw an A tier as well, but the very, very top of it. I'm gonna try and order it in order through the tier list. So if it's top of A, it's top of A. If it's bottom of A, it's bottom of A. And I'm gonna categorize them: tanks first, DPS, and then healers last. Um, but yeah, I think tank pool did take a little bit of a hit after nerf. Not too much to where he's not unplayable, but he was just a little bit overtuned. Throwing him an A. You get a hit scan tank that's does great damage. So he's going in A tier. Doctor Strange, I'm gonna put him top of B or probably middle of B, but I think he'll be crept to top of B. He's pretty strong. Never walk out with him. Y'all know the rules. You save him for TP because the kit's good, but the TP is always just needed for those last fights. Emma, I'm gonna throw in B tier. Just under Strange. The grab is just like the roulette wheel of anti dive. Because you only get one, and if you got more, then it would be completely broken. If you grab someone, it's great. You cook them. If you don't, too bad. Yeah, I'm throwing her in B tier. Groot, I'm gonna throw in A tier as well. I think they're actually, yeah, I'm gonna throw him in A tier, top of A. He kind of struggles in the dive, right? And it is what it is with him. He's very strong on a lot of maps. Just no longer kind of that dominant force that we saw. Next up, we have Hulk. I'm gonna throw Hulk in the middle of A tier. The only thing that's gatekeeping him from being S tier is his ultimate with the Fury change. But he's great with assisted dive. He's great peel. He just does a lot of things well that is really strong right now. So yeah, he's going in A. Mag, I'm gonna throw him very top of B. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna throw him bottom of A. Just behind Captain America. His peel's really strong. The bubble usage is really, really good. But that's very tentative. Again, I think his utility is the only thing making him A tier, and the fact that Cloak and Dagger is still in the game. But also cloaks are getting smarter, so yada yada yada. His ultimate's still the strongest in the game, but his utility's great for the season, but his kit's just kind of garbage. You're not gonna see him mag run down with like 50 finals, but he will make plays and save the game in different ways. The stuff that won't show up in the stat sheet, he's going in A tier for that. Penny Parker, still very a niche pick, kind of okay. It is what it is with her. Nothing like crazy with her. Just she's always been ever since the Nest change. She's just gonna be in D tier. She has her maps and she has her niche, very niche, kind of maps where she is. You know, I don't really know how to explain Penny. She's very okay until she is not. Next up we have Rogue. Now this is a tale of two sides because she's C tier without the team up, but she's S tier if Gambit gets through. So that means she's going in bottom of B, very bottom of B. She is really, really nice right now in terms of if you can get the Gambit team up through. She does so much damage. She dives extremely well. She peels extremely well. But without Gambit team up, she's still an okay character, very playable. And that would be very top of C tier, very bottom of B. But just know, as soon as Gambit walks through, if you're a rogue player, your life gets significantly easier. Same thing with Magneto. Thing's next up. I'm going to throw Thing in the very top of B. I think he pops a little bit too easily, and there's some characters that does a little bit too much. But yeah, it's just he needs to be the second tank. And people that run him in solo tank is just unviable for Mr. Thing. Groot feeds on him, Deadpool feeds on him, but he shuts down dive decently well. If there's another anti-dive, they'll just push him over the top. So he's going in B tier. Thor. Where do I put Thor? That's tough. I'm going to put him in A tier. Fuck your agenda. He's the fattest of the DPS role. Just that's how you got to look at Thor. He can peel sometimes. He can pump out a lot of damage. He can dive. He's really good in the brawl. He does a lot well. I know that all the propagandists are gonna make me go into D tier or F tier or whatever, but Thor, he's going smack dab in the middle of A tier. Really solid tank. Now, next up we have Venom. Venom, I believe, is probably the strongest character in the game if Rogue doesn't have team up. Not character, but the tank. Venom is really good, and I think people are sleeping on Venom, which is actually kind of sad. Venom's ult is insane. His damage output's ridiculous. He's the best dive tank in the game in my head. Again, challenged for the king. He is the king in black, but the queen is definitely Rogue with team up. It's a tale of two sides. So just that's the heads up. Like these two are gonna run your fade if you ever see them. Yeah. Black Cat next. Black Cat, I think she's good, but I think it's been a little bit too early. I've seen her in C tier a lot. I've seen her in A. I've seen her in S. I'm going to throw her in B because I think she's a good fundamental character in the video game, right? This is exactly what Panther should be with all the technology that runs through his suit. But Cat, I think she's only going to get better from here. It's going to go up. I don't be surprised if there's nerfs to like anti-dive and nerfs to these characters that are coming up, and dive still stays prevalent. She can very much find her way into S tier. I think it's just a little bit too early, and the character is gonna. I think the character's probably AS, but the player base is B to C. Panther, this character's awful. So easy to shut down. When Widow shuts you down quite easily, it's your character's flawed in very different ways. When you click one button on a character, if you can click a button on a character and shut this character down entirely, Panther sucks. Yeah, definitely needs a rework, but still has his place as the gold gatekeeper. If you can't deal with a Panther, that's a real big skill check once you hit gold plat. Black Widow, a lot of people throw in her F. I'm going to throw her in D. Mantis is still great. She has great single dive, anti-dive potential. But if the number of divers is 2, swap this character. Yeah, if you're forcing Widow, of course, that's the only way you're going to really, get away with Black Widow. Blade's next. I'm gonna throw him in C tier. He's kind of just a mosquito, right? He does some things well. He doesn't do many things well, but like he doesn't really have too much of a weakness. He's just kind of a mid character. After so many buffs, there's nothing special about Blade, right? And that's all that really needs to be said about him. Daredevil, he's going in S tier. The best diver in the game, I want to say. Solid pick, solid choice. We all kind of know what Daredevil does well. Next up, we have DPS pool. I'm gonna throw him alongside Blade. There's nothing actually. You know, I'm very top of C tier. Is where he's gonna go. He does do things well. Also, there's things that it's just the no regs that are kind of diabolical on him. He would be an A tier character if the no regs actually happened. And he had a movement bug at the beginning of season 7, which I threw him in B tier for. He just needs a little bit something more to break that threshold into being like, okay, you can play this character and he'll be really, really good. It's my opinion. Next up, we have Elsa Bloodstone. I'm gonna throw her in S tier, of course. She's still great, but she did get nerfed. She's no longer the queen, right? There's the new queen of Hitscan. She had her time. She still needs nerfs. I won't lie. Like, she does, the neutral's crazy, the ultimate's crazy. She does a lot of things well. She's just no longer like a tank. So cool. Hawkeye, bottom of C. This is the worst character in C tier. Very killable. I still am under the pretense of you can one shot a character without any special without any different aspects. Or without, trying your nuts off. You can accidentally get kill on Hawkeye. Yeah, he's going in C tier for me. Next up, we have Hela. She's going from B tier to A tier in my eyes. I think last season I had her in B tier, very top of B tier, mind you, but going in B tier regardless. Because of who's really, really strong right now. And she's still a 2 to 3 tapping hit scan with a stun and a movement ability. Ult's garbage, but you take it with the neutral kit of this character. Yeah, I know this next character, Torch, is heavily debated. I know he's not really played too often. I just don't know where to put him. It's in these 3. I'm gonna throw him top of C tier. And you know what? I'm gonna throw him in B. Flyers are inherently a little bit better than actually top of C. Yeah, they're inherently a little bit better into dive, right? But just I think with this new movement ability, that the Ultron style ability, Torch players are gonna find new techs, and then he's gonna be in B tier, and then we'll see where he's good at. Iron Fist, whoa, where do I put this guy? My heart's telling me S tier, but I think I'm gonna throw him in A. I mean, he does get shut down a little bit with who's good right now. Yeah, I'm throwing him in A tier. He's still, in my mind, he still has the ability to 1v6 people, and that's scary. Yeah, I'm throwing him an A. Decent character. Not decent, but really, really good character. Iron Man, he's going right alongside Blade as a nothing burger of a character. There's just nothing he really does well. He's kind of vulnerable. Actually, top of B. Top of D. He's just he does nothing really too well. Kill potential's not really there. Ultimate's so easy to counter. There's so many counters just for him, and he doesn't excel at anything. Yeah, he's going into D tier. Phoenix. This is probably the best DPS in the game, if I were to guess. Really, 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 really strong. I like where she's at, and I don't really love where she's at, but I like where she's at in terms of power scale, because she did get nerfed, yes, but she's what am I saying? Fuck this character. Fuck Jean Grey, man. Stupid fucking unbalanced bullshit. S tier. Magic's gonna go in bottom of A. Changes to her kit did hinder her a little bit, but I still see Magic's 1v6, and because this character's skill ceiling is very, very high. The skill floor dropped, but the skill ceiling's still very, very high. Yeah, she's gonna go into that middle tier of A tier instead of S where I put her last time. Next up, we have Moon Knight. Moon Knight, in my heart, takes no skill, but he's going bottom of A. His kit's a little bit overtuned right now. He just outputs a lot for a little bit too less of a skill. I don't know. He does a lot. Mr. F. Mr. F is going to go very bottom of B tier. I would like to see him played more, but he's not. Although I know his anti-dive is really good. He has good CC. Doesn't really die. There's just a lot of what he does well. But really struggles into poke, which if you see, 2 characters in S tier and 1 in A, this character's going to struggle a little bit. Very bottom of B is where he's going. No more. Neutral changes to him like a season and a half ago, to where he wasn't really a team-up merchant or reliant too much on a team-up. This character is really in a really good space right now. I think he's in a really, really good space. He's going in S tier. Psylocke. I'm going to throw her in A, just above Iron Fist. Let me rearrange this. This is the trinity of who can 1v6 a team. Psylocke does take a little bit of a hit. I don't know. I don't see Psylocke dominate like she used to, which is a very good thing. Psylocke inherently was a really broken character. Having an invisibility that lasted 5 seconds. Now it's, you use your invisibility to get out. You have to be smart with her. You can't just run it down main. Unlike these characters where you can kind of just run it down main and have success. You got to be smart with all these characters, but they provide very, very big value. Pun. I had him in S tier, and I think he's the best DPS in A tier now. People are working around his shotgun a lot better. Neutral kit's fantastic. Ultimate's counterable, but if you can work around it, it's good. Top of A tier for sure. Wanda. My heart's telling me put her in a D tier, but my brain's telling me put her in F. Fuck it. Going in D tier. Anti-dive's great. Anti-dive not great, but like she is a anti-dive for the gold skill check players. And we all know that D tier is just like the nichest of niche, aka the gold gatekeep. These are the gold gatekeepers. Let's go D tier. Spider-Man, I'm gonna throw him in A tier, just above Moon Knight. I think he's really, really strong, in a really good spot. I hope they don't change him. Dive's really, really strong, and then poke is, he has his counters. He has his counters, but he's really strong. Good Spiders will get the most amount of value with him. Actually, I'm gonna throw him under Moon Knight because I think Magic and Spider-Man kind of exist in the same parallel of if you have a really good player of this character, they will take over a lobby. And that's where I kind of think Spider-Man belongs with Magic always. Squirrel Girl, okay. Enough said. You really pick this character if you're getting triple tank spawn hold, and that's it. I'm saying D tier is niche. That is ultra niche, and you don't pick her for long. This character is dookie. Don't like her. Star-Lord. I'm gonna throw Star-Lord very bottom of A. I think he's taken a hit to the play style of, get your ultimate and go shred people down. You kind of need a lot more mechanical skill with Star-Lord. He does what he does really well, which is get his ultimate and fry your backline. And if you have a good Star-Lord player, he doesn't even need his ultimate. Bottom of A has a lot of skill expression. Storm, with who's strong right now, I'm going to throw Storm very top of B. She just missed the threshold with A tier. Good against dive because she flies, right? Neutral, the damage buff is very, very nice. Ultimate, very counterable with Phoenix. Yeah. It's just because Phoenix is an S tier, Storm's going to go in B. Watch out for Storm, though, because once Phoenix is, I say once, right? Like she's ever been below A tier. Phoenix needs the fundamental change with who she is, but Storm players can find a way to get value out of her anyways. But as soon as Phoenix takes a little bit of a hit, and let's say there's no like very dominant hit scans, which I know is a big stretch, right? Storm will go into B tier. Or get out of B tier and has the potential to go to S. I'm not even joking. Next up, we have Bucky. Bucky's going in B tier because Bucky is still very, very strong. Did take a huge nerf with grounded hooks. Thank God, though, because this character was extremely overtuned like 2 seasons ago, and they're slowly taking away. This character still dominant, is the best like multi-anti-dive in the game. Just, no longer extremely bullshit. He's going in B tier. Very, very good character, by the way. Wolverine, if you can shred a tank that way, yeah, no, he's just going in S tier. I don't care. Fuck this character. I do not like Wolverine. Yeah, get out of my lobby. Fuck you. Yeah, now we have supports. Oh my god. Yeah, he's going in S tier. Fuck it. Yeah, we have supports now. Adam Warlock. Where do we put Adam? I'm gonna throw him in C tier. I've been more and more impressed with Adam players lately. Obviously, you need triple support, and obviously, I still think Adam Warlock players below Celestial suck. Yeah, but he's going in C tier. Cloak and Dagger is going to kick off our A tier. I don't know why they're split, but they are. They're going to kick off the A tier for us. Again, it's the Moon Knight conundrum. They just do a little bit too much with not a lot of skill output. Now, you can min-max on Cloak and make her S tier, yes, but majority of, not even a majority of champion Cloak and Dagger players know how to fucking min-max on this character. They just pick her because of the auto-aim and the immense amount of value you get from just staying alive. Double Terror Cape is still extremely broken, has a lot of pick potential there. This character gets hard skill checked in Celestial, though. Just heads up. Stratpool is going to go in C tier alongside Adam. Actually, you know what? D tier, because there is a gap in between these two. It's just like kind of, he has like the Iron Man effect where it's just kind of a nothing burger. Doesn't really do anything super, super well. It doesn't really have his counters either. Unlike Iron Man, he doesn't excel into anything. Like, you kind of need triple support with him. You can play him double, but you kind of need triple. He's going in D. He's just niche. Gambit's going in S tier. Gambit's really good. You lock Gambit if he's open. The ultimate's stupid. They should remove the healing from it. His kit's completely still... He just does too much for a strategist, which is kind of dumb because, strategists should be able to do different things, but he has the healing output of, like, Sue, Cloak, but then he has the utility of Mantis. You just get everything out of him, and, Gambit's S tier. Sue also going in S. Did take a little bit of a hit. I think they should just completely remove the self shield to put her take her out of like the completely broken tier that she is. But yeah, still she's no longer raid boss Sue, but she's still a fantastic character. Shark. no bias here. He's a no. I'm just kidding. He's going in A. It's just he helps dives significantly. You can run him. You can run him down. You can spray down main, and still get value that way. The ultimate is, the ult changes were nice. I liked it. The damage drop off. If you were helping with dive, it isn't too negligible. But the ult change is really, really nice. Yeah, he's going in A. Our little fish. I love this guy. Loki, S tier. These are the three. I want to say the big three. And S tier, there is going to be one more where I'll call it the Four Horsemen. But just know it's like, these are like 100. You're getting an A plus here, and then the Fourth Horseman, you're going to be like an A. But yeah. Or like these are like the 100% on like the test, and then you'll get like a 99 on a or a 98 on a test, which I'll just go ahead and throw her up here. It's Mantis. You run a combination of these four every single game, and you win. There's no, with of course the stipulation that Mantis is the third support there, or third strategist. She's just insane. Breaks a lot of characters. If you can break a lot of characters by hitting the button, I think you should go in S tier for that. Yeah, very, very solid character, Mantis. Luna Snow is gonna go in A tier, very bottom of it, but I think she's that A tier character. Really strong damage output. She can fight for herself with Snowflake and the team up with White Fox. Luna Snow is going in A. I'm a little higher on her this season. Of course, it's Guang's favorite healer too, right? Next up, we have the heal bot Rocket. He's going in B. If you can min-max on the character in terms of his ult placement and his revive placement, and if for the GMs and below, you literally dive with the amplifier. And you start mowing people down. That's how you play Rocket in the big 2026. There's nothing much to be said. He's kind of vulnerable, but he has a lot of movement tech. If you don't die with Rocket and you get revives off and your amplifier placement's pretty decent, he goes into A tier. But there's just a lot of things that you need to do well before the character gets into A, and I think it's just kind of the middle of the road support. This is anything below Rocket is either very niche or bad, and that's in my eyes. I think the strategist role is a little bit overtuned in general, but as a strategist player, right? Yeah, that's where I'm at with Rocket right now. Ultron in a third support comp is really decent. Where I've been seeing him, I'm gonna put him alongside Adam because that's where we're at. And if you're in C tier, I know you have the potential to go to A tier if there's three supports. That's literally where we're at. There's nothing really much to be said about Ultron. He's our biggest riser of the list. I thought it was awful in Season 7, but I see the vision of 7.5 flying, bringing those bringing the ult, but it's really just surviving against the dive that's really going on right now. But as soon as you see a fucking hit scan, get off of this character. He's awful. Last up, we have White Fox. She's going in the very top of A. The closest thing to getting to S tier because she doesn't really lose 1v1s. Decent healing output. The ultimate's okay. I would like to get with the CC Fury thing. It got a lot better. She got her buff in neutral to neutral healing. Quite a very strong buff. I thought she was perfectly balanced where she was, but now this character is borderline S tier. I'm throwing her very top of A for the strategist. But yeah, that's where I'm at. Feel free to roast my list. I don't have too many hours like I did last season or last half season. But yeah, this is just kind of my opinion where characters rank, where characters are. If you enjoyed the list, give a like. If you disagree with anything, leave a comment. I'd love to have some discourse with you. But like, subscribe. Peace, guys.